Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode number 71 of the Project 2020 show. On the release calendar for today, we have Ben Baller dropping his Mark McGwire, and we have a Pine Tar George Brett being released by Efdot. Both of these cards could sell a lot of copies, but we also need to talk about the one card that did not sell enough copies, and that is the Nolan Ryan by Naturel. Let's get to all that and more in 1 second. Welcome back to my channel, which is the home of Project 2020 here on YouTube. My name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram at CRT_Sportscards, and the website you want to visit for all of your Project 2020 news and stats is my website, CRTSportscards.com. Unlike most Wednesdays, we've actually learned a lot about Project 2020 by just seeing the 2 Monday print runs. And the first one is very simple, the Andrew Thiel, Ricky Henderson. As I put it on Twitter last night after the results came in, and I overshot that one by another mile, it felt like. When you look at the eBay penetration rates of all of the releases I've been tracking since '88, Andrew Thiel now owns 3 of the 4 highest eBay penetrations in this group. So that was obviously a miss on my part to recognize that. But when you think of Ricky Henderson, you think of the last Ermsey design. I didn't think this card would get to the Ermsey level, but I did not see it coming in at only 4,000. An eBay penetration well over 2.5% was surprising. But then when you look at Andrew Thiel's work overall, especially since '88, it makes a lot of sense. It's very interesting to me to see how many fans are buying Andrew Thiel's work on eBay versus Topps, and it's just surprising overall. But look, 4,000, that's still a good number right now, but I was very surprised with that many pre-orders how it came in at 4,000. And now Naturel's Nolan Ryan, 2,981, under the magical number of 3,000. I actually forgot to purchase my copy on Topps.com. What happened was I added them to my cart, and I took that screen grab and then I put it on Twitter, and then I got sidetracked, and then I completely forgot to order the copy. So I need a Naturel Nolan Ryan. So I guess I need to hope that the card doesn't go up in value in the next 30 days or 60 days, because I'll be paying more in the future. But I thought that was hilarious because I went to purchase my 206 yesterday for Wave 3, and it was like, your card has an item that's not available. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I forgot to buy my Naturel Nolan Ryan. Print run under 3,000, what does it mean? It's too early to tell. I have said that if this trend continues, it could hurt cards that came out previously that are in that range. When you look at a new buyer coming into the economy, us in the world right now are gonna value the newer cards at a greater rate than the current cards. But we have to be concerned with the buyers that are coming in a month or two and how they value the cards. We'll figure this all out, but it was just very surprising that the one card that I don't talk about, or both cards I don't talk about from a print run perspective or a pre-order perspective, this one comes in under 3,000. But it's Naturel, it's Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan, Sophia Chang also underperformed my expectations, so maybe it's a Nolan Ryan problem and not an artist problem. But at the end of the day, it was a card under 3,000. Now, one card that's not going to sell under 3,000 copies is this Mark McGwire by Ben Baller. This is my second favorite card of the day, just because I can really appreciate the fact that Efdot included the Pine Tar incident on his George Brett card. But again, here, Ben Baller, 3rd card in a row, doing his own thing with the image, which I really appreciate, versus just keeping the image the same and then doing everything around it. So it's really cool to see him sort of evolve with these cards and use his own image in the background and things like that. So not my favorite, but at the same time, it's going to sell a ton of copies. But let's take a look at Ben Baller to this point and Mark McGwire. So like a repeating record this week, this is Ben Baller's 10th card in Project 2020. We saw him most recently with the Don Mattingly, and then before that, the Mariano Rivera. When you're looking at print runs, this is the #1 printed artist in this set. His Derek Jeter is 64,088, and then his Cal Ripken is second at 36,466. And his lowest card, of course, is card #1, Ichiro, 1,334. Looking at McGwire here, 10th card also. We saw him most recently with Old Man Allen, and then before that, the Burger card from Gregory Siff. Print runs, he has 2 very, very similar cards. The Andrew Thiel, 19,894, and then the Blake Jameson American Flag, 18,205. And his lowest printed card is Keith Shore, 1199. Now, when you look at the favorites on Ben Baller's cards, I'm still going back to the Ichiro #1 It's the most muted design in a sense for me. There's not a lot of flash to it. It's just a really clean card for Bin Baller. And then on Mark McGwire, there's two. Number one is always going to be the Big Mac McGwire by Gregory Siff. And then number two is the Naturel. I think that card looks so great next to the Keith Shore card. It really stands out to me. Unlike on Tony Gwynn, where you have Joshua Vides and you have Naturel back-to-back, they look very similar. These two cards look different together, that it really improves the Naturel. Now, shifting away from the Mark McGwire Bin Baller, which will earn Bin Baller a lot of money, let's look at the things that earn us money, and that's the first player pricing. And we have just concluded another complete week of pricing, so we now have even more solid data on the website to reference as we move forward in Project 2020. I'm not going to go through all the categories today, but I did just want to touch base on the first player pricing and then say I will continue to update these charts every day. So continue to use the website as much as you can to reference prices when you are looking to purchase the first player, second player, Y2K, or Forgotten 7. Now, taking a look at the chart left to right here, Ichiro last week, $18.75. That's the highest price we've seen on that card as an average. And then Jackie Robinson Naturel, $506.01. Again, the highest value we have seen for that card. So that's a good sign there. But when you look now at the data from 8.4 to 8.5, there is not a single card above the max value right now. And then the Bob Gibson by Grotesque is actually at its lowest amount right now, $255. But the good thing is you can see here, a majority of these cards that have sold are double digits above their minimum value. The only one that's kind of iffy right now is the Ripken Fucci and the Mark McGwire Efdot, both under 4% above them, man. So watch those values. But the overall good thing on first player pricing is that we are not seeing prices go under the minimum value since we started tracking it in early June. We will see how this trend continues over this month. And now taking a peek at a collector showcase right now, we have Ryan sending us his photo, and this is just a great collection when you think of so many various pieces to the set. You've got Mike Trout, you've got Grotesque, you've got Mr. Cartoon, Griffey, you've got Old Man Allen with Ted Williams, and you have the Ermsey, you have the Mays JK5, that McGwire Naturel. So many cool pieces here of Project 2020 up to this moment. So thank you, Ryan, for sending this over. And if you would like to have your collection showcased on this show, please email me at chris@crtsportscards.com or reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So now let's take a look at my favorite card of the day, and it is going to be, of course, this George Brett by Efdot. Everyone already knows my favorite Efdot is the Dwight Gooden with the mask because it's a moment card. And here again, this is another moment card, not as significant as the mask, but when you think of George Brett, you think of the pine turns in it. This is a moment for George Brett in his career. So great job. I love the fact that it's on the card. So this is Efdot's 10th card in this set. We saw him most recently with Cal Ripken Jr. and then before that, the Derek Jeter. And I really hope somebody on the show wins one of the two giveaways for that Jeter from Efdot. And then, of course, we had that Dwight Gooden mask card. But on the print run scale, his Mr. Padre is supreme, 31,030. His second is the Jackie, 14,067. And his lowest printed card is McGwire, 1456. And then taking a look at George Brett, again, 10th card, 10th card, 10th card. We saw him most recently with the Matt Taylor, and then before that, the Naturel. Print run, his lowest printed card is Gregory Siff, his first card, 1,227. His second highest printed card is Ermsey, 7,757. And then his highest printed card is Keith Shore, just like Ken Griffey, 10,757. So on George Brett, there's a lot of cards out there that have been produced so far that I really like. We've got Tyson Beck, we've got Naturel, and Grotesque. So if I had to take one card and just keep it forever and not keep any of them, at the moment, 10 cards in, it is going to be the Tyson Beck George Brett. But I'm really curious, when you look at today's lineup of what are your favorites, leave a comment below letting us and everyone else in the community know what your favorites are today. And if you're looking for my print run projections from yesterday's cards in Project 2020, check out the website, crtsportscards.com. Go to the Project 2020 page, and everything will be right there for you. And also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and if you want more news and notes from me, check out that playlist on the screen right now.